Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on the Morning Star.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I hope you are well.
By His grace, I'm fine.
We thank God. All right. Unfortunately, because of the elections, a lot of people have been focusing on the elections, and most of us, our minds have, been taken away from one of the, problematic situations on our hands at the moment, cholera. How is the Western region faring in relation to this unfortunate outbreak?
Yeah. The Western region is overwhelmed with cholera outbreak, and now we have about three. As of 12 December 2024, we have 1,347 cases with 15 deaths, and it's very serious. We are working on it. We are educating the public on environmental health activities and personal hygiene, how regularly they can wash their hands and able to eat hot food, and the personal hygiene with clean environment, how to clean the environment and all those things. Apart from that, there's vaccination, cholera vaccination also going on. And we are doing a lot of disinfection in most of the communities in the metropolis.
So at the moment, as at the 12th of December, you had 1,347 cases, correct?
Exactly.
And today happens to be the 16th, and so there's a high probability that the numbers have gone up by now.
I believe so.
And unfortunately, 15 people have lost their lives. When first did the Western region record its cholera case? When exactly?
The Western region had the first case on the 4th of November, and we tried to manage the situation until after December 4th, 5th or so. That's why the cases got very high, very, very, very high. Because as at November, we were having less than 200 reported cases. Just from December 4th, 5th, 1st, 7th, then we started having about 100 to 60 to 100 cases a day.
So the cases surged between 4th December and 6th, 7th thereabout, correct?
Yeah.
And what contributed, or what can you attribute to the surge that was recorded during that time?
Yeah, what we say is that it's poor personal hygiene. People are not washing their hands very well in the Western region, and poor environment, where the environment is dirty, with refuse all over the metropolis. People are sailing around refuse dumps, and a whole lot. And then when it comes to food vending, they also contributed to it. Through the vegetables and others, because they are not keeping the vegetables clean, and this is our investigation that we had. They are not doing it clean, they are not washing it clean, they do it anyhow. Some will not even wash it before selling it. So these are all the issues and more that contributed to the cholera outbreak.
Now, you talk about, one of the major, causes being the food vendors. That what you have found is that most of them are not, taking proper care of the vegetables they're using to cook, or they're not washing them well, among others. Is there any form of sensitization going on for them as well?
There has been sensitization and training for food vendors since 4th of November. And since they are not, initially they were not adhering to that. So we need to ban it for some time and see the progress. And now there's enforcement in whatever we are doing. If on food vendors and all those things. Sensitization is going on in schools. Sensitization is going on in radio stations and the communities. It's all over churches and all those things. We are sensitizing. And by now, everybody is aware of cholera issue. We hope that people will adhere to the protocols so that we'll be free from cholera outbreaks.
You talk about banning the activities of food vendors. Is that what you said? That you have banned the activities of food vendors?
We are not banning. We actually banned the use of vegetables.
Okay. Okay.
The use of vegetables. That is what we did, and with time we'll see what we can do to make sure that things are going on well for everybody.
So, yes, we use vegetables to cook, but when you say that you are banning vegetables, are you referencing, for instance, if for some food vendors they are selling rice, there's a side like a macaroni, and then they have the vegetables, like what we call salad, on the side? Is that what you are banned?
That is what we are talking about.
Okay. And when exactly when exactly was that done? When was that ban instituted?
I think it was last week. Last week, Wednesday, or I think Wednesday also.
And is it too early to say whether you have seen any maybe improvement or a slowing down of the numbers of people recording cholera cases?
Yeah, it's too early. It's too early, but it's not the food vendors alone. It's not the vegetables alone. It's the attitude of even those going to buy the food and the attitude of those selling the food. All of them contributed to the cholera outbreak. So we are looking at it one by one. If you are able to educate the people and then they accept whatever we tell them, maybe we will leave the ban on vegetables, and then all of us should concentrate on personal hygiene, hand washing, bathing, and eating your food very hot, and the like.
Now, do you think that, as health authorities or officials, you have been, very proactive in dealing with the cholera menace, especially knowing that the disease kept moving from region to region? Greater Accra cases were recorded, in the eastern region cases were recorded. Were there some preventive measures that were put in place in the western region prior to recording its first case, especially when other regions had started recording some of these cases?
The case started from western region, and the moment we heard that it has reached central, we started working on it. We started the sensitization, we started the education, we informed all the MMDAs to be alert and all those. So whatever we were supposed to do, we did it until we had one case on the 4th of November, and to our surprise, it has shot to that level.
Do you think that, people have been overtaken by the election activities, and so because of that, some of them have relegated their, hygiene or personal hygiene to the background because of the whole euphoria around the elections?
I wouldn't say that, because I would say that it's attitude. The attitude has been there before election. The attitude of poor personal hygiene was there before election. It was there before even campaign and all this. So I wouldn't say that, but I would say the attitude of the people of the metropolis that has contributed to this level.
When at the height of COVID, we saw how, there was advertisement, sensitization, urging people to wash their hands regularly, wash their hands in the running water and soap, do it as frequently as they could. Did we let our guard down?
Yeah, when COVID went away, I think people decided to go on their own ways. And That has contributed because we knew very well that there wasn't any COVID. So now we can do whatever we like. Now that COVID is over, cholera has set in. So the only thing is that the health authorities, we need to do massive education on personal hygiene all the time, even after this cholera outbreak. Because we can't do it. People are now trying to wash their hands and all those things to make sure that they don't get the cholera. It doesn't mean that at the end of the cholera we should stop. We need to develop a strategy to be able to educate the communities on the need to practice personal hygiene and all that. Who knows? Another disease will also set in if we don't do that.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We're grateful for your time.
Thank you, madam.
You had to speak to Oliver Cromwell. He is the Western Regional Environmental Health analyst. You're still listening to the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM. Unfortunate figures coming in from the Western region in relation to cholera. 1,347 cases recorded as of the 12th of December. Okay, today is the 16th. So there's a high probability that the numbers have equally gone up. And out of the number of these cases that have been recorded, 15 deaths have been recorded. That is just for the Western region. We are not even looking at the national tally with regard to how many people have lost their lives as of now. One of the key things they have done, health officials have done in the Western region, is to ban, for instance, the sale of salad, what we call salad. When you buy your wachi and then you say that, Haji, I want salad, that particular one, the leaves, they have banned that as part of the measures to deal with the menace. Let's go over the telephone line and speak to Dr. David Kofi Owusu. He is the Ghana Medical Association Divisional Chairman for the Western region. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on the Morning Star.
Hello.
Doc, can you hear me?
Thank you very much.
Great.
Yes, please. I can hear you. Yeah.
I mean, we just got off the phone with the Western Regional Environmental Health Analyst, Oliver Cromwell, and he tells us that as of the 12th of December, 1,347 cases of cholera have been recorded, and 15 people have died as a result. I mean, in 2024, people are dying out of cholera?
Yes, unfortunately, yes. We've, usually cholera has a pattern, and every 5 to 6 years we get an infection in our communities. However, 2024 this year has been overwhelming for our health facilities. So unfortunately, yes, the numbers he's speaking to are true, and it may even increase by the time we end this week.
And to think that at a certain point we're all washing our hands frequently under running water with soap because of COVID, and everybody seemingly went to bed afterwards because COVID went away.
Yes, and I'm sure you realize that even during the time of COVID, one of the observation was that cholera didn't suffer during that period, over a 2-year period or so. Cholera didn't suffer, and it's unfortunate as a country or as a society we didn't take that lesson and then implement it after COVID, because it was a very significant observation that during COVID there was no cholera, and I think that going forward we should apply those principles we learned from COVID and then implement it as we go on. You remember during COVID, almost everywhere people had Veronica buckets. When you are going to supermarkets, even in homes, in people's homes. I visited quite a number of people, and they have buckets in front of their houses. And these were the same principles can be applied to cholera, and then we won't see this disease rearing its ugly head in our communities again if we learn the lesson. So I think that we should as a society we should take issues of health very serious, because other than that, people are going to die needlessly, and it's unfortunate the numbers who have unfortunately lost their lives.
And also, we understand that there is some vaccination drive against cholera ongoing. How will this help?
Oh, okay. So the main, or I should say, the principles that we use to stop cholera, it's not actually vaccination. Vaccination is just an add-on. Okay. So the main lessons are that we should keep our communities very clean, and then we should make sure that the food we eat, especially during this period, is hot, well heated, and then we should also clean our hands regularly with clean water. Okay, and then the vaccines are just a desperate measure, because the numbers that we are seeing are too much, and then the vaccine is just an add-on. So the vaccine is not going to, or it's not coming to replace, the measures that I've mentioned. A clean environment, vaccines cannot replace the importance of a clean environment. Eating healthy, well-heated food. Okay, the vaccine is just an add-on. And I implore the public to also avail themselves for the vaccine, because it will definitely have its place. But we shouldn't say that because there are vaccines, we are not going to clean our environment, we are not going to wash our hands regularly, we are not going to eat well-heated food. Okay, thank you very much.
So you'd urge more people to practice the basic hand hygiene practices, and that will be more beneficial. All right. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We're grateful for your time.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, madam. Welcome.
Thank you. All right. Have a good day. You too. You had us engage the Western Region Division of the Ghana Medical Association. That's the divisional chairman, Dr. David Kofi Owusu, joining us for the Morning Star as we, touched base on issues relating to cholera. So please wash your hands as frequently as you can. Okay, wherever you go, once you see water, running water with soap, please make sure you do that. Have your sanitizer with you as well, but it is not a substitute to you washing your hands and the running water. So please do that. It's very important, okay? Do not take it for granted. For me, once I leave the studio, I would just go to the washroom and make sure I wash my hands with soap and the running water, a few minutes or hours later. Once I touch something, I should be washing my hands as well. Sometimes we forget ourselves. You're going to have some fruit, or you're picking something with your fingers and you're eating. When you use a washroom as well, make sure that you have washed your hands very well. One of the tricks that tips that was given me, or I found on social media, or I chanced on social media sometime, they say that when you're washing your hands, sing the happy birthday song. So you sing happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Then because most of us, we just put the soap in our hands, we rub it for a few seconds, and then that's it. But that's not it. That's not how it should be done, especially when you use the washroom, okay? Because, look, if, for instance, you're getting food from a place where their sanitary conditions are excellent, their vegetables have been well washed, everything has been done in pristine hygienic conditions, and you do not wash your hands properly, especially after you have used the washroom, yeah, and there are remains of fecal matter on your hands, and you eat the food, you will get cholera. Basically, that's what it is. So please, in 2024, we shouldn't be recording this. All right. It's still the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM.
In the morning and I ask myself, it's like worth living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black.
So we should be seeing some changes, people. All right. I'm struggling to